Before we get to the movie, I want to talk about movie pet peeves. We like to do this here on the show sometimes. Today's pet peeve comes from Tona. This is something that she alerted me to many years ago, and like so many things in marriage, it has now become my pet peeve as well.
Yes.
And it's something that often shows up in sci-fi movies.
Okay.
It's a little something we like to call enhance the image. There's surveillance footage, or there's something where the subject is blurry and someone says, enhance the image. And they zoom in on it and it's clear. Mm-hmm. This is not how any type of video works, folks. If you've got a blurry video and you zoom in on it, it gets even blurrier. So enhance the image is totally bogus.
But we do it all the time. With our phones, we're just like zooming in on something.
If you have a blurry picture on your phone and you go zherp, it's going to get even blurrier.
True, yeah.
That's my point.
I'm fine with it. Your pet peeve is my beloved pet.
I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. You don't know what they are. Every episode I'm going to spring one on you. It might be good, it might be bad. We'll watch it and talk about it. Welcome to the basement. Welcome back to Sci-Fi July. We have another sci-fi movie to delight and astound you. Last year, we watched a little movie called Black Sabbath. It was by Italian filmmaker Mario Bava. And we were both pleasantly surprised by it, I think.
Yeah, we were.
So I thought, let's see how he does with science fiction. We're going to find out as we watch The Planet of the Vampires.
What? A whole planet of them?
Released in 1965, POTV, or as it was known in Italy, Terrore nello Spazio, Terror in Space, stars Barry Sullivan and Norma Bengal. Restricted by a low budget, Bava was unable to afford special effects, so all of the film's visual effects were done in camera, using miniatures, forced perspective, multiple exposures, Schuften process shots, and colored fog to obscure the cheapness of the sets. I'm going to consult Variety's complete science fiction reviews and see what they have to say about this movie. Here it is right here. Sci-fi space fantasy that doesn't always make sense, but excellent production values and color photography make for good companion booking. Today we are taking a trip into outer space, and so I thought your gift should be something that might make the long trip more bearable.
Professor Noggins' Outer Space Card Game.
Professor Noggin.
This is either a middle-aged woman or Malcolm Gladwell. I'm not certain.
So come on over to the old leather couch. Don't be scared yet, because we are about to splash down on the planet of the vampires.
The starship Argus
is orbiting an uncharted planet.
What does the big glowing orb do?
Everything.
It's our sixth orbit around this planet. That signal always comes from the same point.
This planet is boring. Change it. There are all kinds of people on this ship.
Captain Mark Mercury.
Sonia, Eldon, Carter, Wes, and Teonia.
Captain Salas is wanted on the ionoscope, please. All right, Mark, he's standing by.
Oh, hi, Mark. The spaceship Galliant is also orbiting this planet. That is led by Captain Salas, and also Mark's brother Toby is a crewman of the Galliant.
Apply neurovascular tension. Suppress cortical areas X, Y, Z.
Boy, they're laying on the technological BS really thick.
In 60 fractions of Megon, we'll start the landing maneuver.
60 fractions of Megon? We don't have all day.
Synchronize on gravitational wave moment of force G7.
G7, you madman! We're about 5 minutes in. The plot of this so far is a spaceship. Suddenly, the Argus loses communication with the other ship. What happened?
The gravitational force is increasing rapidly.
They gain a lot of gravity, and the gravity just makes them completely immobilized. Oh, wait, actually, this is helping my back.
It's really good.
But the captain is a strong one, he is. And he can go and he can press that button.
They get close to the planet's surface, and the gravity becomes nice again, and they land on the planet. Everyone wakes up from the gravity, and they get weird looks in their faces. They attack Captain Mark.
And everyone starts fighting. This is my kind of party.
Rough play, leather. I see what you're saying. And sometimes people get whacked on the head and they come to their senses.
What's she taking? Did she go crazy?
She's hysterical. I think it's caused by her woman's period.
Mark.
In here, Mark!
Mark! Polo! Mark! Polo! Dr. Karen goes nuts. He runs around. He runs outside the ship. And luckily, there's breathable atmosphere. He wakes up, and he's got no memory of what happened. And they investigate a bit of this new world that they're on.
It's a planet of gases and mystery.
All right. Quiet down. Stay calm.
They're not even talking.
Yeah, we're calm. We're not doing anything.
And it went up to 40 G. A force which only a planet with a mass 1,000 times superior to ours.
I'm not fat. I have superior mass.
They get a message from Captain Solace of the Gallant.
We need help. There's an emergency going on right here. Not gonna get into details.
Excuse me, I had chili for lunch. The Argus's engines aren't working right now, so they have to go on foot. They find the Gallant, and they see that the crew is dead.
They fought and killed each other off.
Did they buy it? I think they did. They've been moitorized. They moitorized each other.
Shh. Listen.
To what the flower people say. Ah.
Someone take the needle off of the turntable, because it's at the end of the record. You need to take that off. Okay, we gotta bury these dead people.
Cover them up with space metal.
We'll get back as fast as we can, Eldon. Keep a sharp watch.
Okay, Eldon, you can do this, man. Keep a sharp watch. Don't screw up like you did last time. Gosh. They return to the ship, I guess to get the rest of the dead bodies, but the dead bodies have disappeared.
Body moving. Body moving. Doop-ba-ba-doop-ba-da-doop-ba-doodin'.
Where are they?
They're gone. All of them.
They're off somewhere laughing at us, those bastards. When I find Eldon. And back at the graves, they open up. Oh, here we go, vampires. Yes! And the bodies rise up.
And they're alive again. Much more alive than dead people should be. Space vampires!
Just around the corner, gentlemen, you'll find your capes and ruffled shirts. Wes goes into a room. Oh, there's the Brestatron 3000 right to the right there. And there's a device there, the media rejector. He disconnects it. It's as if he's not in control of his own mind.
Disconnect the meteor rejector? I don't understand. I couldn't help myself.
I had to reject the media. I had to!
I just want a meteor to hit us just once.
Oh, is he saying meteor?
Yeah.
I thought he was saying media. Sorry, meteor rejector.
Guard post 3, emergency.
Wes, you come with me. The rest of you be careful.
Wes, you can be totally trusted right now. Come with me. Bert is killed.
Allegedly by
Captain Salas.
who's supposed to be dead. Bert's lying on the table.
This guy's dead. He is definitely not going to come back to life. Tiona is left alone with Bert.
She's just boop-a-doop going about her business.
Yeah, we're going to have a good doink pretty soon.
Good doink. Nice, Bert! They go back in. Bert's back on the table like nothing happened.
Bert, I saw Bert, yeah.
Bert is buried.
I promise we'll try to see that you didn't die in vain.
Did somebody say veins? Because I'm a vampire now.
Mark and Sonia decide to put on some different outfits. They're a little lighter. Some pastels going on.
Wes?
Would you like to join our new wave band? We call ourselves Meteor Rejector.
Mark, look down there.
Mark. They find this pile of...
Big bones.
There's an alien spaceship there. They go inside.
I got a shock.
Ow.
Touching that.
Oh, let me try. Doors of the spaceship close.
And they're trapped.
The air is being sucked out of the room.
And they need to escape. Gore Vidal.
Ah!
Save us, Captain America. Mark figures it out.
It opens up finally.
Get out! Carter?
Yes.
No, Mark. He's not with us. He was with you, wasn't he?
Yes, he was with... Ah! Tiana is in shock. I saw them all. There's so many dead people walking around.
Post number 2. Call received. All okay. Here's post number 3.
Post number 3, this is William F. Buckley, and I think you're a liberal stooge, Vidal.
Solace and Kia return.
We don't know what happened, but we're fine now.
Come on in. Enjoy yourselves. Take a nap. Why don't we go and check to see if Bert's where we left him? They open up his grave. No Bert.
Solace and Kia run around. These guys are supposed to be vampires. We better get at least one out of them.
Would you accept a blah, blah?
I would. They steal that meteor rejector. See, without the meteor rejector, the ship can't fly through space because it'll just get smashed by meteors. The meteors need to be rejected for space travel to be possible. Everyone knows this. These things.
Gets in a tussle with the captain.
The vampire speaks.
It's not Solace. Just his body.
You see.
We are a race that exists on a vibratory plane different from yours.
A whole different vibratory plane, just like P-Funk. And we require your bodies to live.
No, you can't do that.
We're not going to be host to parasites. And he says, we're not parasites, we're symbiotes. Not going to happen. Oh yeah, well, we've got your meteor rejector, so you can't go anywhere unless we make a deal. All right, so you get back to me when you're ready to talk. Bye-bye. Okay, crew, we're going to go get that meteor device back.
Another 8 circuits to go, and then we either take off or we blow up.
8 circuits, you've got 7.
Sonia and Mark go into the ship.
Was that supposed to be a sinister shadow behind them, or was that an errant crewman?
That was a sinister shadow.
Oh, okay, good. Mark sees his brother, Toby, the Fiend, and they fight. It's brother against brother. Come on, Mark, you gotta use big brother tactics to defeat this kid. Why are you hitting yourself? I'm gonna spit in your mouth. Mark punches him out, and they steal the meteor thing. The MR. I like to call it the MR. I like to shorten technology names. Some people get killed. Tionia eats it. Mark and Sonia make it back to the ship.
Gus has fixed the spaceship. Wes has fixed the spaceship, and away they go.
Phew! Boy, can you believe it? Only 3 of us got away. Mark's acting a little funny.
Wes, wait a minute.
Fill my cup, put some liquor in it.
Because Vampire Mark gonna give it to you? Don't believe me, just watch. We are the vampires, and we're coming back to your world, and that's that. But Wes knows all he needs to do is smash the meteor rejector, and then all the meteors will come and blow up the ship.
And Wes ends up dying.
Well, it looks like we can't make it home after all. Let's stop at that planet.
What? These people aren't Earthlings. They're aliens. We've been watching Aliens the entire time. The aliens have been taken over by aliens, and now they're going to go to Earth.
Oh, yes. This planet will do just fine as the new planet of the vampires. Mark and Sonia would settle in the East Village of New York City, and they would really enjoy their life in the Big Apple and decide not to take over the planet after all. Planet of the quote-unquote vampires. I think that's the first thing I'd like to point out. These are not vampires.
Vampires, I think, can mean various things.
They're body snatchers.
Body snatchers, classic revenants, which merged with vampire.
I don't buy that. A vampire is a very specific thing.
Well, also, I doubt that Mario Bava wanted it to be called Planet of the Vampires. It's American International that made it that.
Samuel Arkoff, I'm sure, was looking at how popular these cheapo vampire movies are, Hammer horror and such, and wanted to cash in on that, which was American International's bread and butter, is cashing in on popular things. Now, the deception didn't end there. If you look at this movie poster here on the DVD, the crew is fighting those giant skeletons.
Oh.
That definitely does not happen.
Never happens once. Do you think the giant skeletons influenced Geiger's design of the skeleton that they find in Alien?
Well, I don't know about Geiger. A lot of people see this as a direct influence on Alien.
Yes.
Ridley Scott claims to have never seen the movie. And Dan O'Bannon claims to have only seen parts. Call them vampires, call them whatever you like. I would have liked them to have something about them that was distinct and dangerous and alien. Some sort of ability, like a vampire has. All they did was run around and kill people.
They weren't killable.
Right, they rose from the dead. So I think that would have been just a little more interesting. This movie pays a lot of attention to mood and suspense and does a great job. But it doesn't pay enough attention to just telling us a story. So much of the things that happen don't really matter, they're not explainable, and it's just very muddled.
And it doesn't help that the cast all looks the same. This is the argument for diversity in cast. Other than all the other arguments, you need to have diversity so you can tell everyone apart. Again, look at Alien. There's 8 people on that ship, and every single one of them you could identify in silhouette.
Also, in Alien, they all had a role to play.
Yes.
They all had a distinct thing to do, a job. That was not the case with this. Who cares what Carter or Eldon
yes.
or any of those guys did? They were just... Even the doctor, he never did any doctor things. He never shared any knowledge. At one point, they called him Professor. I want to talk about the Schuftian process shot. Here is an example of one from the film. This process was developed by German cinematographer Eugene Schuften in 1927 for Fritz Lang's Metropolis.
Oh, okay.
It uses special mirrors to make miniature models look like full-size sets.
Okay.
So there's the shot of Metropolis where there's the big head and the stairs and they're marching up. They're not really marching up a huge set. They're projected. We made this joke a couple times on the couch. Whenever you talk about vampires in a funny way, someone goes, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. What is that from? That's not Dracula. Bela Lugosi didn't do that.
I think Bela Lugosi did something near it.
Oh, like in one of those Abbott and Costello movies?
Yeah, and, well, it just kind of was like, it's based on the dogs, blah, you know.
Okay.
And then it's just built off that. Kind of the same way that the Edward G. Robinson, meh, 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 meh.
It's like Joe Day, Joe Day, Joe Day. Mm-hmm. Cary Grant never said that.
No.
That was something that a comedian came up with.
But it sounds like something Cary Grant would say.
I actually think the last movie we watched, The Green Slime, had a better plot than this movie. But I think this is a better movie.
Yes.
We've left the planet of the vampires and good riddance, and now it's time for us to go to a much nicer star system known as CNET.
But CNET is actually Earth.
Our theme for CNET tonight is another popular sci-fi franchise that you may have heard of called Star Wars. There's still some Star Wars movies we haven't talked about yet on CNET.
Momo writes, The Empire Strikes Back. The adventure continues.
I saw it in the theater. My sister took me to see it, and it was very exciting. And I didn't know the secret reveal. I've been very lucky in my life about secret reveals in famous movies and not knowing them until I actually see them.
It's not just one secret reveal. There's 3 really traumatic things that happen at the end of it.
Yeah.
The hand, Han Solo, and the big reveal.
Yeah.
And it's just bam, bam, bam. We were 7 or 8 years old, and we just had to take it all. I grew up with a swimming pool. When my parents bought the house, they had the diving board removed because the pool was just a little bit too shallow. You dive in the pool, you hit your head on the ground. And so I was raised with this fear of diving boards. When I was 7 years old, my dad takes me up to visit his parents in Menominee, Wisconsin, and there's this huge indoor Olympic-sized swimming pool. And my dad starts getting bugged by the fact that I'm not jumping off the diving board. Come on, give it a try. If you jump off the diving board, I'll take you to a movie tonight. Any movie that you want. And I had just found out earlier that day that Empire Strikes Back was not just out, but that it existed. Just marched up to the diving board and I dove right in. So, Empire Strikes Back made me a man.
Adam Fink, Return of the Jedi. Seen it.
Seen it.
You know what? I like the Ewoks.
I do too.
They're great.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're genuinely cute. They're genuinely interesting. And they're badass warriors.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Yeah, it's...
They're not Jar Jar.
Our perceptions are skewed by the age that we were at. But still, I didn't think they were the worst things in the world, and they brought us Warwick Davis.
The Nub Nub song is pretty bad. Could have done without that.
I think my favorite sequence in all of Star Wars is when Luke and Leia are on the two...
Speeder bikes.
Speeder bikes.
That's good.
That is an amazing scene. Gabriel Mendez, The Phantom Menace. Seen it.
What'd you think of it? Did you like it?
I didn't like it at all. You guys know the complaints about the movie. I don't know if I can add anything to it.
The best observation I've heard about Phantom Menace came from Riff Tracks, that the movie is all about scenes where people are talking about interesting things that are happening elsewhere or have already happened, rather than showing us those scenes.
Yeah.
The other problem is I wish that Anakin Skywalker was not such a big character. I wish he was a minor character, and that things were happening around him.
He observes and
yeah.
learns.
Right. And, I mean, the kid playing him, I don't mean to get down on a kid, but he's such a little doofus. You're like, I can't imagine this guy going from here to Darth Vader.
There's young people out there who'll swear by this movie, but I don't know. People older than us will get down on us for liking Ewoks, I suppose, too. Ugh. We waited so long for that.
All right, this was sent to us in our P.O. box. It is the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1977. Seen it.
I saw it when I was 4 or 5. I blocked it out of my mind. I know B. Arthur's in it, so it can't be all bad.
It seems like the people who made this thought, okay, parents, you know that movie that your kids have been dragging you to see over and over again? Here's a little something for you. Here's B. Arthur singing a torch song.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Harvey Korman, he's in that show that you like, that Carol Burnett show. And we'll give you him doing comedy. This is for you, parents. Of course, it's not really for the parents, it's not really for the kids, it's kind of for nobody.
Yes.
But there is one good thing in this. There is a Boba Fett cartoon, which is actually not bad. The animation is very crude, but the story's kind of cool. Well, anyway, the Star Wars Holiday Special, you know what? Come December, I think I'm going to watch this.
Good.
It's going to be part of my personal holiday celebration.
All right, Tony, you can come over and hang out when
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a place you can go where you won't be taken over by alien species, you'll be taken over by fun, and that's our website, welcometothebasementshow.com. All of our episodes are there, you can watch them all, rewatch them, whatever you want to do, go nuts. There's also PayPal donation buttons that you can click on and make a donation, a one-time or rolling monthly donation to support our show. If our show is something you like, then that's something you can do.
If it's something you don't like, you can spitefully give us money.
One of our donors is Christopher, who says, happy 20th anniversary to my wife Trina. We've been watching since 2012. Our favorite episode is Roar. It made us laugh so hard we couldn't breathe. Happy anniversary, Christopher and Trina. Mwah.
Roar.
These stupid lions are frightening me. If you want to see more Craig and Matt chat and also watch us open special mystery packages, you can watch Unboxing, which comes out this coming Friday. It's like more Welcome to the Basement.
Yes.
Thank you for letting us entertain you with Planet of the Vampires, and now you can take a look at this. Everyone starts seeing these strange lights floating around.
I thought I saw something. What?
Bunch of lights and junk.
But when I looked, they were gone.
Gone.
Little globes of light, something fleeting, nothing definite.
Something in camera and cheap.
The gravitational force is increasing rapidly.